Hello,
Oh,
everyone, and welcome to Beard and a Half Movie Reviews. I was way too loud there, but it's okay. I'm Garrett,
I'm Tyler.
and today is season 2, episode 2, 2 for 2
Two for two.
of our podcast, Beard and a Half Movie Reviews. Welcome, everyone. Tyler, another good one, right?
Another
Good episode.
banger.
Banger, dude, just killing it.
Yeah, it was a banger.
Notice you didn't go to the third camera.
Oh,
You just
you
not want to.
you want to see this frame action? You tried to buy a new camera. Turned out it was absolute dog shit.
The best.
We will fix that one. But
Okay. Hey, we're trying upgrading as time goes on. We'll
upgrades,
fix
people.
stuff
Upgrades.
a little bit better every time. This time was unfortunately a step back, but
Two
you know
steps
we'll get
forward,
there.
one back. So we're still going forward.
For those of you that are just listening on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, and you
iTunes.
want to see us,
Yeah.
go to YouTube, search Beard and a Half Movie Reviews, find us, and you can watch this episode, or simply go to our Instagram page, click the link in our bio, and it has all of our links in our
Yeah.
link tree. No,
Definitely
it's
not a link
tree
tree.
anymore. It's a new thing.
A new one. It's a better one.
Yeah, it looks very nice. You like it.
Like it.
You took out that thing with our faces, right?
No, I left it. I like it a lot.
Okay.
If the first thing people don't see is our faces, it's not recognized. I don't want some silly background. I want them to be like, damn, they got their faces on. That's
That's our
crazy.
logo. Like,
It does not, actually. Just a little tiny circle thing. That's it.
well, regardless.
Jared, I want to ask you a question before we start the podcast. Maybe I'll clip it for later.
Okay, go ahead.
What does Beard and a Half movie reviews mean to you?
And what is
Yeah. What does it mean to you?
the name of our podcast?
That's
It means
correct.
once a week, I get to come here and sit down with my bud and just have a good time talking about things we like.
In the movie though,
In
right?
the movie, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. The things
So-
we like, movies, yeah.
So
Fine.
just keep rolling with this. How do you score a movie?
I base it on how much I like the movie. I'm confused with this question.
So you give, is it just your overall generalized opinion?
We score movies out of 5 because we're different. And most people score them out of 10, and that score is actually our so-called beard rating. So we score it on the amount of beards, double facial hair, whatever you want to call
Any
that the
type of
movie's
facial
worth.
hair.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
That's it.
Is there more to be said?
No, I just wanted to put you on the spot and just see, just for people that just maybe they decided to tune into this, so they don't get confused on our ratings later. Just
Oh,
a one-off.
yeah. Okay, first-time listeners, we rate things out of 5, and they're beards.
Oh, also, like he said, go to our Instagram, Beard and a Half Movie Reviews. Nice little voice crack there.
Okay.
And
Growing.
click on. We're growing together. New season, puberty. It's again. But yeah, go check out our Instagram with all the links, all that fun stuff, and then just maybe go somewhere else and follow us.
Browse through our pictures we got on Instagram. We also got Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. We haven't made one of those in a while.
Well, we'll get into it.
And yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, that's about it.
We'll get into
Your
it.
lighting looks better than mine this time.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I have so many shadows in my face.
I have this. I just have one shadow behind me.
Better, but I don't like this with my mic down here. Actually, this isn't bad.
We'll come to the Garrett cam. Garrett, what movie did we do this week?
This week we did the movie Eternals, another Marvel flick.
Mm-hmm.
Was very happy to watch this movie. I've been meaning to watch this one for a hot minute. I have to say, watched a lot of Marvel movies. Obviously, we're big comic book fans and everything like that. I love, live action adaptations of comic books that I've read in the past whenever I was a kid or even 2 days ago or whatever it may be. This was one I knew nothing about. Did not know anything about the Eternals or any of that stuff. Had zero clue. And to me, this was like a way different type of Marvel movie than anything I had ever seen before. That's just me personally. I feel like it was its own new thing, but somehow still in the universe and realm of Marvel and, those superheroes we all know and love. But yeah, this was one that uh, I literally walked in this movie watching it and had no idea what to expect in any way, shape, or form because, like I said, I know nothing about these characters at all. But yeah, we watched it.
More
Yes,
work for
where
me.
you can watch this movie. I personally did not go to theaters to watch this movie when it very first came out. Like I said, I knew nothing about these characters, so I wanted to watch it, but I didn't really want to watch it. I watched this movie on Disney Plus. I'm pretty sure you can watch it on Prime Video as well, and I don't really know where else you can see it. Um, do you know any other places you can watch it, Tyler? Or is that pretty much it?
That's pretty much it. You can buy
That's
it,
pretty
so
much
you
it.
can watch it anywhere. But I mean,
Yeah, I guess you can watch. Who buys stuff anymore? We're in a society of people that just stream things.
you're not
Anyways,
wrong.
no, I know. This movie came out in 2021, so last year. It has a PG-13 rating and has a runtime of 2 hours and 36 minutes. I'm gonna get straight into the director and the cast, if that's cool with you.
Oh yeah, no issues.
Directed by Chloe Zhao. Zhao? Zhao. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. I looked up other things she's directed. I don't know any of them, so I'm not even going to run through them. I don't think it's anything I've really heard of, even. Okay, starting it from the top. We got Gemma Chan as Cersei, Richard Madden as Icarus, Angelina Jolie as Athena, Salma Hayek as Ajax, Kit Harington as Dane Whitman. I thought it was Dan. Okay, Dane Whitman. Kum, Kum, Kumal Nanjiani. Is Kingo? Did I get that right?
Close enough.
Okay. Leah McHugh as Sprite. Brian Tyree Henry as Fastos. Lauren Ridloff as Makari. Barry Kogan.
Kogan.
Kogan. Okay, as Druig. And then we got.
I was really hoping. Let's just if I could just. I really was hoping that
Forgot
this
about
day
that
would
guy.
finally come.
Didn't we see him in another movie? We've talked about this.
We didn't talk about my dong sucking.
No, we have in another movie we've done. I remember having this
Yeah,
conversation.
because he goes by a different name. He goes by
Yeah.
Don Lee.
Okay, there we go.
Because
So,
his name is Madong Suck.
yeah, something like that. Okay. I'm sorry if we're mispronouncing that. So Don Lee is Gilgamesh. Probably my favorite character in this whole movie. Harish Patel is Karun. I'm gonna say Karun, and then
Yeah.
Bill Skarsgård, which I didn't even know he was in this until I read it later, as Crow, and then from there it kind of gets funny. We got Harry Styles as Eros, and pretty much it as far as like the main cast and everything. Yeah.
You want to talk about sucking, Madong?
Who's that? Is that a person in this movie?
No, it's Madong Suck.
Okay.
But you put
We already went over.
suck, Madong. No.
Oh.
Suck
I see.
Madong if you
There's
just
no
read
good
it
way
without
to
the comma. That's an unfortunate nickname, but man, I loved him.
Once again, probably mispronouncing his name.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's Soak.
Soak?
Yeah.
Madong Soak?
Soak and Madong.
There's no.
It's like,
I'm just going to get over it.
yeah. It's still funny. It's still funny.
It is funny. Yeah, I'll give you that. If that's accurate. I don't know how to say it.
It's like someone named Richard Trickle, Nicknamed Dick Trickle. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's just an unfortunate circumstance.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it just kind of is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Tyler, this season, we said that you were going to start us off with the likes and dislikes. So
The
moving
season
into
of me
that
starting
trend,
and finishing first.
I'm gonna let you. It doesn't make sense. I'm gonna let you go first. Tyler, what did you like about this movie?
So just to start things off, man.
Pretty long movie.
I took a break. Well, like I said, I was
I took a
watching
break
it.
too.
My internet just kept fucking shitting out on me, or at least Disney Plus did.
I think it
So
was Disney Plus because mine kept freezing too.
there was a good part where I just stepped back, took a break, grabbed a snack, used the bathroom, all that fun stuff. Remember intermissions in movie theaters? God, I love those. Only in the theater though, not actual movies.
That was the thing ahead of our time.
Yeah. I enjoyed Kit Harington. He was like the voice of reason. He was like, "Hey, how come you guys didn't fight the Avengers?" Or, he asked the questions that we really wanted answers to.
This is true. Yeah.
I enjoyed I enjoyed Kit Harington. I didn't watch Game of Thrones.
I have never watched one episode, so I know
watched,
nothing about it.
3 seasons, but I mean barely in it. But I enjoyed him in this.
Okay.
But moving way forward, just because it was a very slow starting pace. I like how Droog ran a cult. That's definitely
it's funny too because I had it in my dislikes. Just like I forget his name. Kingo said in the movie, he's like, Droog sucks. And I literally wrote down on my dislike, Droog sucks. And then later I crossed it out because I was like, you know what? He's not that bad actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Icarus sucks.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that.
I was watching it and I was like, this man is in the middle of the Amazon with Spanish speaking people running a cult. I'm so confused by everything because I watched it with subtitles.
Just kind of outside of society, I think.
But they speak Spanish in the Amazon. So fun fact, if you ever go to the Amazon, speak Spanish.
I don't remember exactly where they were for that part.
They were in the Amazon.
Oh, it just said Amazon? I can't remember.
Yeah, they were at the Amazon headquarters in Washington. I don't know where the Amazon headquarters is, but I would assume it's...
I have no idea what that is. But anyways.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon.
They delivered me a package 2 days ago, yeah.
They delivered me one a day. Let's pan to it now. Oh, fucking frames, bro.
We'll fix that.
I'm just going to get rid of it, send it back. Send it back to the Amazonians. Moving forward even further. When just Druid fucking fist punched that little girl in the back of the head. Just
right.
Yeah.
I didn't like her.
Just fucking not. I liked her powers. That was cool. But it was just be like, you just got bamboozled.
Yeah.
That's all I thought of.
I did like her powers, I guess, but her herself just...
Oh, yeah.
She was just annoying the whole time.
Just
She's like, I don't want to be a kid. And I'm like, okay, but you're not really a kid. You're a grown-ass adult in a kid's body.
Yeah.
So, go find like a little person.
Go to Epstein's Island.
I wasn't going to go there, but...
Anyways, moving right along. Yeah, I liked it when Droog just punched her in the back of the head. It was nice.
I thought he was dead for that part.
Yeah. So I was like, oh,
haymaker.
But I like, you could still see him moving around. I was like, okay, you just left him there.
Yeah.
And anyways, when Thena slices that dude into like 5 different pieces.
Her powers were dope.
Dude.
I loved how she was able to just like all sorts of different it was just weapons and stuff.
It was like the Green Lantern of just armed combat.
Pretty much, yeah. Just able to just manifest whatever.
Yeah.
When I heard she was gonna be in this, I was kind of like, I don't know how that's gonna go. We've seen Angelina Jolie in like action-esque movies in the past and stuff like that, and it went okay. It's not bad, but I didn't know like I said, I didn't know anything about these characters, so I didn't know exactly what her powers were, or what she could do, or even if she had powers. I just saw the trailers and I was like, oh, she's got like a golden sword. That's different. But yeah, I did actually really like her as time went on. And like I said, her powers were dope. How she was just able to just any weapon she wanted pretty much.
Just a giant golden floppy dildo just fucking throw it at someone. Yeah, I went a different way than what you were expecting.
Not like guns, but she had
swords, shields, and spears.
Dragons. Yeah, all sorts of, kind of old school weapons and stuff like that.
Pull out a golden Glock and just fucking pop someone.
He's dope, yeah. I didn't know this movie like kind of followed like Greek gods in a way a little bit. I didn't know that at all. I don't really know much about like Greek mythology and stuff like that, so I didn't catch that. So yeah, I didn't realize that like so many of these characters are basically based off of like Greek gods. But I mean literally Icarus has his own name, but like some of the other ones
So
are a
Festus,
little bit different.
the
The celebration on Seinfeld.
uh,
Festivus for the rest of us.
so the dude's name in here, you kept calling him like Festivus or something like that. And I don't remember.
Fastos.
Yeah, no, it's Festus.
Oh, okay, Festus.
So
Sorry.
Greek version
I
of
just
him
was
is
reading it.
Hephaestus, the blacksmith of the gods. This dude can literally make anything.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
they all had really neat powers. The only one I was really uncertain about was Cersei. Like, what is her power exactly? Just turn things into other things?
Midas. You know how Midas could touch stuff and turn it to gold?
But I read that like she was based on a different one besides just Midas. Like there was another that's almost like the same name, but it's a little bit different. Like us, it's like Circes or something like that. Once again, I don't know much about Greek mythology. I never took a class on that or anything, so it's kind of up in the air. But
So just so we're on the same page, the only thing that I found, and I knew this off the top of my head. So in Greek mythology, Circe was just an enchantress.
She turned people into animals, right? Yeah,
So
that's what I read about it after.
If you remember, like the Odyssey or the Iliad or anything like that, she lived on this deserted ass island. You could only go there once, and you would never be able to find it again. And so you could either choose to stay or you could leave. But like whenever like a group of guys were like, "Hey, we ended up here. Why are all these pigs running around?" Like
those were people.
Yeah, those were people. And then they kill them and eat them. And it's just like,
we didn't know.
So, I mean, it is what it is. So, I kind of got where her name came from.
Yeah, well, I didn't, like I said, I didn't know that. But even then, like, she just, like I said, she just kind of like, you know, you have other people like Icarus who can fly and then has like the crazy laser vision and everything else. But she was just like, I'm going to turn a bus into rose petals. I'm gonna turn this monster into a tree. Just like I guess I just didn't fully understand what her powers were. But like I said, I guess as I'm saying it out loud, I realize it just turns stuff into other stuff.
You can just turn stuff into other stuff, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Imagine like, oh, I don't have any money. You just drop a deuce then in there and turn it into a diamond. Just a gold bar of shit.
I don't think they needed money. They had like 7,000 years to manifest and save.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. They had a 401k 3,000 years ago. I get it.
That would be hard to live that long and...
Well, some of them did not...
somehow keep your identity like a secret and stuff like that.
Like, if you notice, there were 2... Tina and Suck My Dick. No. Dong Suck. Gilgamesh,
yeah.
Gilgamesh, couldn't think of his name. Gilgamesh and her just lives way off grid.
Yeah.
And so did Zelma Hayek's character, Ajak. So they just distanced themselves from society, whereas the rest of them just kind of lived among society, just kind of day by day. But you gotta think how bad it must have sucked for Sprite. Just as a kid, just
be a kid.
Always.
That's why I understand her like whole like, you know, I'm sad, I love Icarus, but I'm a child and I'm always gonna be a child and this sucks for thousands of years to come and blah blah blah. And I got that, but just I don't know, just her attitude and some of the things she did, just I don't know, she just annoyed me.
I'm glad she got punched in the back of the head.
And then, you know, but hey, she gets to live her life now as a normal person. So
I could care less.
I really
honestly
could care less.
If she died, I might have been a little happier.
I wasn't like the biggest fan of her, so whatever, that's fine.
So my other I don't know how familiar you are with the Icarus, the Greek myth.
Flew too close to the sun, wings melted or whatever,
and then just woo. But I really liked how Icarus literally flew into the sun.
That was pretty
Because
funny.
A couple of guys at work were talking about the movie, and they were like, "Yeah, we got this guy named Icarus in it," and I just jumped in. I was like, "Man, I really hope he flies into the sun." And he's like, "He kind of did."
He literally did.
And then turns
He
out
literally
he
just
actually just
did that.
right into it. But yeah, that's all of my likes. Garrett, what about you? What did you like?
Um, kind of went over most of the stuff. Obviously, I wrote down the CGI is good in this movie, but you expect that from any Marvel movie nowadays. They all just have amazing cinematography and everything, and they all look super awesome. A lot of the scenes were very visually pleasing. Like they had so many scenes where it was like, the dusk setting or, dawn and stuff like that. It just looks super pretty. And like I said, all their powers were like this gold kind of, and it all looked really cool. The only thing I didn't like, and I'm just going to jump in here and just go ahead and say it, was their ship. Have all this advanced stuff and everything looks so cool. Their suits look pretty cool, kind of like an old school vibe, but still somehow staying relevant and stuff like that. And then they travel around on this giant fucking just triangle. And I mean, it's like the 3D triangles you drew in school to figure out how to, draw
So
3D. That's it.
at the beginning of the
This is
movie,
giant black triangle.
it looked like an E, like because you see like it looked like an E driving away, and then you see the triangle, and you're like, is this maybe a W that they're flying in? Just a W ship? Because like, but it's pointed at the top, and
I
then
thought
just
it was a square at first, honestly. Like as it came into frame, are they flying through space in a fucking square?
I had no idea.
It kind of reminded me, and the whole scene itself, whenever they very first appeared, and this was like in, I have no idea what time it was
When they first,
it
was
was like something BC.
500 BC in
I don't
Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamia. That's what I was thinking of when they very first appeared in Mesopotamia, and I guess the dagger that Cersei's gave to that's like a real life relic that is like some museum or something like that dates back. I don't remember how far or how long ago, but it was it reminded me of like, and I read this somewhere too, and I was like, oh shit, that's true. It reminded me of like 2001: A Space Odyssey with the monolith kind of going to the monkey, kind of projecting them to the next step of evolution and stuff like that.
You might be overthinking this
They
movie.
show up. I feel like it was kind of reminiscent of that. They show up and I mean, that's literally what they're doing is like furthering our, advancement through man and stuff like that. And
kind of. They already
the
had
passing of the dagger was kind of the.
they already had weapons. Like it was a weapon to begin with. They just kind of made it like an eternal weapon.
No, I'm just saying like them showing up kind of reminded me of that whole thing. And their ship kind of looking like a giant fucking
W. A broken in half Trisket.
Just it reminded me of like the monolith when the monkey seen the monolith in that movie. And like I said, I just feel like it was reminiscent of that in a way. But back to my first point, the triangle ship was stupid. Okay,
you just see the ship.
Stupid. Yeah. Like it just picks up something and then just fucking bashes her over the head.
I just imagine like just one of the what are the giant things that run the Eternals? You remember what they're called?
We
can move past that part.
But
But he could probably just pick up their ship and just skip it like a rock.
Probably. What are they called? That's gonna bug me.
I don't know. I have nothing that shows it either.
They were called like.
Yeah, because everything that I'm showing.
Celestials. There we go. They're Celestials.
That's what it was.
His name was Erishim. Okay.
And the plot tags for this movie. Banned in the Middle East, apparently.
For why?
I wonder why too.
Maybe kind of the it did kind of play on biblical stuff, I think, It kind of talks about how, I don't want to say they're like, kind of like a godlike figure, but I don't know how to explain them exactly. But it kind of, I don't know, it kind of seemed like that. They come down, save us, but at the same time, still like let us do our things. We're still gonna have wars and stuff like that because we have to advance stuff like that. And I don't know. Maybe that's why. Shot in the dark.
Fair enough.
That wasn't the first time we had actually seen a celestial, though, because I guess like in Guardians of the Galaxy, Star Lord's dad said that he was a celestial. But not Mordor. What was his name? It's something like that. I can't remember his name. But also in I think Guardians of the Galaxy 2, when they go to like I think it was 2. I'm getting my movies confused, so it may not be 2. It may
2
have
is
been
the
another
one with his dad.
Okay, so there's that one, but there's one of them I remember that the
There's
ship
only
goes
2.
to. No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. One of the Marvel movies, I can't remember. They go to a place called like Nowhere or whatever, and it's literally a giant head. I guess that is the head of a Celestial, one that was killed. So,
You know what? Now that I think about it, remember in Guardians in the Galaxy,
mhm.
whenever his dad was talking about stuff, and he was like, "I planted seeds all across." Maybe his
Universe.
maybe he is like the OG Celestial.
Maybe that would,
Because he is that planet that they were on. He was the
he's
planet.
literally a planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of
Maybe Marvel fucked it up at first. And they're like, let's fix this. And then they made the Eternals.
maybe. I'm anxious to see where this goes.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
okay.
take it or leave it.
Going back to where I was at, the fight scenes were cool. Kind of talking about that CGI again and stuff like that. I loved all the characters and how they were able to use their abilities and stuff like that. Really liked Gilgamesh. He was badass, and I liked this whole like just we're just gonna say Iron Fist, and awful character though. But yeah, he was super cool. Like I said, Thena was really cool. Icarus was, like this version of I don't want to say Superman, but I mean he kind of was. And I like how I think it was 2 times in the movie they talked about Batman and Superman, which I was very surprised they threw that in there. They talked about that. A bit different Marvel movie, but hey, whatever. And then last thing that I liked, like I said, Kingo's valet. Oh yeah, Karun. I'm gonna say Karun. He was absolutely hilarious. He was kind of like, well, he's the only one out of them that's like human and stuff like that. But he was pretty comical. I like whenever he was talking to him, and he was immediately like, "Oh, you're the Eternals," and they kind of looked at Kingo, and they're, kind of like he knows, and he's like, yeah, he started to think I was a what did he say? He was a vampire, and he
Yeah.
tried to drive a stake through his heart and stuff like that. And he's like, I have apologized. And he's like, almost enough. Yeah, he was pretty funny throughout the whole movie and stuff like that. And even whenever he tells him like, you can go home, the world's gonna end, and he's like, and do what? Watch TV?
I'm sticking with you
And
guys.
yeah, he was just a fun character, and I really liked him, and I could have seen more of him. I don't know, kind of like the one out of all of them to kind of keep him. I don't want to say keep him grounded, but he was just like I said, he's the only human in the group, so to kind of give us like somebody to be kind of be biased of. And but yeah, those were the things that I movie. I know it wasn't a lot, but still a good movie. I did like it. Tyler, what'd you dislike about this movie?
Not a lot, actually. I didn't like the Granite Groot. Yeah, which is the Celestial. He just looked like he was made out of fucking red
Oh, at the
granite.
end, yeah, he was
Well,
literally.
like anytime they went to go and see him, like to
Oh, you're
talk to
talking
him.
about the
Ishmael, call me
I
Ishmael.
almost said Ishmael too.
Call
Erishim. There we go.
Yeah, so anytime they went to talk to Erisham, whoever it was, he just looked like a giant granite Groot. Yeah.
Groot's a tree.
Yeah.
He's a
Granite
six-eyed
Groot.
robot thing.
Granite Groot.
I understand where you're coming
Yeah.
from. I thought you looked more like
Remember that?
kind of like what I would picture like a comic accurate Ultron kind of looks like.
There's like this really old movie, like uh, it's not really
Six
old.
Eyes.
What?
Go ahead.
It's just like there's this really tiny kid, and then there's this giant robot. It's a cartoon, and they're friends, and then like everybody's trying to kill the robot. It was like a
Oh, Vin Diesel was the voice of the robot. What was that movie? I know what you're talking about. It's like Big Something. My Iron Giant.
My
Or
Iron
Iron
Giant.
Giant, I think. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Vin Diesel was the voice of the Iron Giant. Do you know that?
I did not know that.
True story. Yeah.
Probably his best acting role too.
That's well, okay. Yeah.
Actual.
That's why I thought it was funny whenever he was cast as Groot, because I'm like, oh, he's gonna have another voiceover kind of thing, and
Yeah.
but he
So
only says one word or
I
3 words. Sorry.
I liked that. That reminded me the
A little
Iron
bit.
Giant.
Yeah, it reminded me of, and I hope it kind of becomes a thing soon. Maybe this kind of new universe, they're not really new universe, but kind of these new heroes could kind of introduce Galactus, World Eater. That would be cool. I'm definitely down to see some Galactus in the Marvel universe.
Maybe. Yeah.
And
Played by Jude Law.
no.
Yeah.
Robot.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have the Skarsgård guy come back and
Probably
voice
one of them.
Galactus.
There's
I
like
don't know.
6 of them. All of them are great.
Galactus?
No, Skarsgårds.
Oh,
There's so many of them.
whichever one was in. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we've talked about this outside of the podcast. I remember one day because we were like, "That's
There's at least-
Skarsgård? No, that's Skarsgård. That's Skarsgård? No,
Yeah,
that
because we
one."
got into that thing
The
that we
Tarzan
do.
thing.
Yeah, and it was just a huge thing. Their ship was a W.
Triangle.
Yeah. I didn't like that
It was
Sprite.
just so basic looking.
It's
That's
the
what I just
stupidest
couldn't
shit.
get over. It was like the black 3D triangle.
It looked
that
like
was it. Like
somebody had carved the inside of a rock, and they're like, "Hey, this is a ship. All right, good luck."
it's like I said, it's kind of like in school whenever you were like you thought it was fun to like draw like 3D
They gave you that
shapes.
stencil that had
Draw
all of the
3D
circles.
triangle, not like a pyramid, just like a flat 3D triangle, and that's their ship. Paint it black. We're good to go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Couldn't have had something just a little bit more, you know?
Well, all their big budget money went elsewhere, not into the design of the ship.
Okay. You're not wrong, I guess.
The child, right?
Yeah.
That pretended to be an older woman at the bar. Remember that?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
That
Yeah.
was so fucking weird, though.
It was kind of weird. I didn't realize it was even her until he put his hand down and then, oh, you're too drunk, and then just leaves, and then you're kind of like, yeah, you're a child.
That was really weird. I
That
didn't like
must
that.
suck for millions of years to
I
just
hated
be
that.
stuck as a child.
I
but
want to make the joke so bad, but I'm not going
you want to
to.
make a pedophile joke, don't you?
Yeah. I was just like, she could find a pet.
In all honesty, probably, but I don't know if she'd want to be in that situation. I don't know if any child would.
You're 100% not wrong, but there are alternatives. That's
I'm
so
just
bad.
saying, I feel like she could, because they're all living in our society. They're kind of making up these fake backstories about themselves in order to fit in and not stand out. Like, obviously, they're billion-year-old fucking gods, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like she could have came up with a lie or something that says like, I have, what's the deficiency where you just don't age? Andy Milanakis has it. What's that called? I don't remember what
Putting
it's
me on the spot. Andy Milanakis.
it up. Yeah. Well, because he like ages, but his body really doesn't. He looks the same since he was like 15.
Yeah, he just keeps
He's
getting
got a little bit
fatter,
more,
though.
got a little more facial hair, but
Oh, the congenital growth hormone deficiency.
sure, we'll go with that. I thought it was
that's-
a more streamlined name or something, but
That's
okay.
that's-
I don't know.
also
That's what I'm
he
saying.
100% still looks like he did back then.
Yeah, no,
Just
100%.
a little bit fatter.
Yeah, okay. But anyways, I feel like she could have just said she had that. And then maybe found some other young, okay, maybe they don't have to look young, but at that point, then you could kind of go out and maybe find, like I said, maybe a little person or somebody. I don't know, and that's why I don't know. I feel like there were ways around that. Is all I'm saying. But that's why she just kind of annoyed me because not just that, because obviously I get that would be frustrating, but at the same time, just some of the things she said and just she was just an annoying character to me. But that's just me.
So,
Yeah, what have you been reading this
I've been
whole
reading
time?
some good
I
stuff.
know the
right?
camera's just been looking at you, just like staring at your
Just-
iPad.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Last thing. Why did
Mhm.
they wrestle on the beach? They were wrestling on the beach. I don't understand
I
that.
was so
Were they fighting?
surprised that they put that in
So
a Marvel movie. I was like,
that's what I
oh.
was reading.
Probably why it's PG-13
So-
was the whole
It has.
doing it scene on the beach.
There's also a different reason for it as well, which shocked me.
What?
So the reason it's banned in some parts of the Middle East,
Mm-hmm.
Basically, go back up to it. I lost it. Oh, here it is. It says this is the first MCU film to receive an 18+ rating in Russia, which is the equivalent to an NC-17 rating in the US, due to the film's portrayal of same-sex relationships, which is illegal in that country, as well as violence. The violence isn't illegal in Russia.
It's the fact that the one dude
and they don't even show anything. Just like
no, they kissed.
Just two dudes living it up.
They kissed at one part when he left.
I didn't even see that.
Goodbye. Yeah.
I guess maybe that's the point where I was just like
froze or something.
Yeah. It probably froze right at that point and just like skipped over it.
That was the
Russia was like, "I've got you," and
that was the only thing that I saw was like, yeah, that. I can't think of anything else.
There was something else because I was just gonna jump back real quick, but I can't seem to find it.
One thing else that I wouldn't say that I disliked, but I just kind of wanted to mention, kind of hop in while you're doing that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is like, I hate they keep coming out with like new Marvel movies and TV shows and stuff like that, and they reference, other characters and stuff like that, just like this movie did. It talked about Captain Rogers and the Avengers, and
shockingly,
Kingo even talked about how Thor used to follow him around, and now he won't even answer his phone calls or anything.
This was
like
the first Marvel movie too, where no previous Marvel character made an appearance in the movie.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
100% true. It's a fact.
Well, something that that's what I was kind of getting into. Something that kind of bugs me about these movies and TV shows and stuff like that is we know they're all happening in the same universe for the most part, obviously with like certain Fox Marvel movies kind of doing their own thing nowadays stuff, but no other superheroes ever really pop up. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, let's think of like the show Hawkeye that just came out. All happened in New York City. In fact, the last episode happens like right there at the what is that building?
Times Square.
Times Square. Let's just go with that.
Madison Square Garden. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah,
that's it.
Spider-Man doesn't show up.
Well, he had No Way Home.
Crazy.
So he didn't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you have so many of these movies and TV shows that are all happening in places. Now, this movie specifically. There was a giant robot-like thing coming out of a volcano.
Just jumping in real quick. This was off the island of in the middle of the Indian Sea.
Doesn't matter.
You think Spider-Man's just gonna be like, "Oh, I'm on my way."
I'm not just saying Spider-Man.
Can't do it.
But I'm just saying, there couldn't be somebody.
You think Iron Man's just gonna be like, "Yeah,
dead,
I can destroy it." I'm just.
But they still.
Who's gonna fucking go over there?
They still go to even in the Avengers. They went to Sokovia and all these other planets. Like, if stuff's
what happened
going
to the
down,
last
they
island?
know, and
they fucking took it up in the sky and just dropped it.
But it was like that was the best worst case scenario.
So and then there was the Sokovia Accords. There was camps. There was just there was a bunch of stuff.
I'm just saying. I felt like somebody would have shown up. Maybe Thor.
You think so?
Maybe the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Thor is in.
Maybe whoever the new
on
Iron
his way
is going to be
to try and find what's her face, who's back on Asgard, probably dead.
don't know. I'm just saying. I feel like, and not just this movie, just the TV shows and movies that they're making.
I feel like
and
you don't
stuff
understand
like
that superheroes got a lot of stuff going on too.
This is true, but if something in the world is happening that could cause the world to end, you'd think that they'd show up.
You don't think so?
You'd think like, oh, there's a giant robot coming out of a volcano. I'll get to it tomorrow. I'm beating up these local fucking.
He is a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He stays in his neighborhood.
About Spider-Man, I understand he stays in New
you
York.
Think
That's
Thor
his
is just
thing.
Gonna just? You think Thor's just gonna be like, yeah, I got this?
Yeah.
No.
He's fought big monsters before.
Yeah, he's busy. He's off-world.
Okay. There's got to be somebody though. I don't feel
the
like
Eternals.
But the Avengers don't really know about the Eternals, with the exclusion of apparently Thor knows this Kingo guy.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he actually knows about the Eternals and stuff like that.
Maybe.
Or even knows what this big giant robot looking thing that's coming out of a volcano is. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe Thor knows about the Eternals.
Mm-hmm. To an extent.
I would assume he knows about them. I just don't assume he knows who they are.
I don't know, because he's kind of like a Norse mythology and this is a Greek mythology kind of thing. So they're kind of two different things. They kind of have the same.
You're getting into a real gray area.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if he'd know too much about them, but.
Well, because see, Eros, while he is.
That was Harry Styles at the end, right?
Yeah. That's.
So he's the god of love? Is this correct?
You mean Cupid from Greek mythology?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I know they have a lot of similarities.
Roman mythology is Eros. So.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I know they have a lot of similarities and stuff like that, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know if he'd technically know, but he knows. You know what I mean?
Well, you have... Gosh, dude. You have... Hypothetically.
Mm-hmm.
Thor is what?
God of thunder.
No. I know that part.
As a hammer.
Is it Norse mythology?
Norse mythology. I do know that for a fact.
You have Norse mythology, Greek mythology, Roman mythology, probably even some Mesopotamia mythology, just thrown in the mix, just sprinkled in there. And yet,
you have Christianity.
That's in there too. I mean, you're not wrong. There's also like Buddhism and then whatever.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. It's the same. Everybody has their
there were
gods.
Three main ones in this, which kind of just, I would assume that, people know of people, but not to the extent of knowing them in person.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That does make sense, and I do get that.
Just like you call somebody over the phone you've never met, but you're just talking to them. You know of them now.
Yeah.
But you have no idea who they are or what they look like.
I'm just saying, like, I just figured maybe somebody somewhere would have shown up. But
I don't think so.
I get it. Maybe Miss Marvel pops up.
No.
It's like, whoa, giant robot coming out of a fucking volcano. Like a job for me.
I don't think so.
She's pretty powerful.
Yeah, she's probably off planet just doing something.
This is true. Maybe they were all off planet. That's what I'm saying. Just tell me something. Just reference it.
Why do you think they're going to know that?
Let's call the Avengers. Oh, they're gone right now. All right.
They don't exist anymore.
Well.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure.
They do. He even says, like, maybe you could lead the Avengers. Or Icarus makes a joke like, I could lead them.
It's just
there's still Avengers.
Hawkeye and Hulk and that's
Miss
it.
Marvel and
Thor.
That's it. There's gonna be a new Black Panther.
No.
And there's gonna be what else do we got? There's the Ironheart series coming out, which is gonna be like the new Iron Man. There's still Rhodey, who's
no, we don't count him. We don't count the Iron Patriot.
He's a war machine. He's still there though. But that's what I'm saying.
Wait, who's the Iron Patriot?
That's Rhodey too, but that was him for a little bit.
I like that one better.
I didn't like that one. I like the war machine with the fucking meat.
All right. Anyways,
okay, we're getting off track.
So, regardless, I'm sure they know of stuff. Like they know of each other.
Okay, maybe to an extent.
Yeah.
Okay.
They know the name.
I feel like
they know the lore. What?
I feel like they just could have told us
Why would they?
No,
That's like breaking the third wall, you know?
no, I'm not saying
Just ask
like
Kit
even
Harington to
okay.
ask them.
Okay, perfect,
That would
perfect.
work.
He just shows up. Hey, where are the Avengers? They're doing some other shit. All I need to know. Cool, thanks. I was wondering why they weren't here. Good.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted.
What
Just
about that
something
web
like that.
slinging guy that I saw once?
Yeah.
What's his
What
name?
about that one guy that runs around New York and slings like spider webs and stuff? Oh yeah, he's only in New York. Oh,
Oh, I forgot him.
thanks.
Shit. No Way Home.
Anyways, okay. I have a theory for you.
Oh yeah.
I do have a
Is
theory.
it why they named their ship Domo?
No, I actually heard something about that. It's supposed to be, it was something different, but no. This is my theory.
Go ahead.
So at the end, we met, what's his name? Eros?
Eros.
Eros, okay? Who's the brother of Thanos, okay? That's what they said. He was his brother. He was the brother to Thanos, correct? What they said, okay?
Yeah.
So we can assume that Thanos and Eros are Eternals in a way, correct? I mean, Eros literally, but if he's brother to Thanos, then him as well, okay?
I like his name better as Star Fox, though.
What? I know that is a way cooler name.
That is
But
his name, though.
no, I know.
Okay.
But that's what I'm just saying. They said Eros, so I just went off that. What if Thanos knew about the, what did they call it? The emergence
Mhm.
happening. And this is why Thanos did the snap to wipe out half the population in order to postpone the emergence from happening. What if he knew? What if there was a larger plot there and he had a reason to do it besides, the whole balance thing, everything else? Just saying.
You're not wrong.
He went to planet, just wiping out half the population. And yes, the planet was
Did you
better.
look this up?
I read something about it and I was like, holy shit. Maybe that's right.
Yeah, but Thanos also wanted to. I'm pretty sure Thanos destroyed planets.
No. Just half the planet, the population. He did it so then because at a certain point the population becomes so big that they're literally destroying their own planet. So by doing so, it cuts, a lot of the pollution and stuff like that out of it. There's more food for people. There's not as many people and stuff like that. So it's easier to do things and jobs, whatever. It's all pretty much diminishes. Well, not jobs, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like hardships and stuff like that are minimized kind of because there's not as many people. So, but I'm just saying, what if he knew about the down again because the emergence was going to happen, and that's why he wanted to wipe out half the population. Just saying.
I mean,
We don't know, do we?
you could be
Could
right.
be a thing though. Could be right. That's all I'm saying. But don't know.
Everything that I look at for Star Fox is more or less
That like
him
Nintendo 64 game.
No.
Wasn't that Star Fox?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the name of that? Yeah.
No, Starfire.
No, that's PC.
Oh, okay, cool. Everything that I look at just says that with Star Fox, they're like, I mean, he marries some woman out of the Eternals. He's not himself an Eternal.
I'm assuming Athena.
No.
Oh, really?
No.
He just kind of popped up and called her pretty, so I just assumed.
Yes. Basically, he has powers, but they're still not all there yet. But he has them.
Okay.
It's weird. It's kind of like how Athena's character was. Sometimes it was good, sometimes it was shit.
Well, she was like remembering the past.
Yeah. The other thing that I was looking at
cured of that by the end of the movie
is you remember the scrolls, how they tried to make them relevant in the Marvel TV show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well, that and go ahead. Captain Marvel.
Almost said Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Same character, but yeah.
Yeah. It says that he had like a civil war with the Skrulls. Him and the Avengers. So, with the Eternals. So, maybe the next movie we get, it's him
They
fighting the
are.
Skrulls on
They're
that ship trying to rescue somebody.
sooner or later they're supposed to bring the scrolls. It's gonna be. I think it's called like Secret Wars or Secret Invasion or something like that.
Something.
It's supposed to be a thing, but I don't know exactly. I haven't really looked into their timelines anymore. You know how they do that
Yeah.
phase 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I stopped paying attention. I just kind of see it as it comes.
I saw this really funny thing on Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
Completely unrelated to this, but I thought I would share it with you.
Okay.
Somebody pitched the idea in a subreddit for Spider-Man because, anyways, whenever in No Way Home, whenever Mysterio's like, Spider-Man's real name is Peter Parker, or you know,
Yeah.
and then it cuts to this one.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was like, imagine after Doctor Strange cast that spell that Spider-Man was on his way home and he saw a billboard flashing that same thing, but it was from whoever directed Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Sam Raimi.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. And it had, what's his face as Mysterio.
Oh.
And it was showing off a picture of the other guy.
Okay.
The other Peter Parker. And it was just kind of trying to do like a flashback sequence of like what would have happened to him present day if he had fought Mysterio.
Okay.
And I was like, that's kind of dope.
So yeah, that's what I thought. Originally, I remember we talked about this too in the Sam Raimi movies. This is kind of unrelated to this.
Yeah,
movie.
sorry,
We're
but it's kind of.
We're still gonna say it. It had Bruce Campbell, the guy from
Bruce
Evil
Campbell.
Dead. Yeah, he showed up in all the movies, and that's originally who he was gonna have as his Mysterio was him. So I thought that I really wanted him to be in that movie.
I was really hoping,
kind of like a little pop up. I've heard, speaking of Marvel movies and everything, that I could care less about like Doctor Strange. It's not my kind of thing.
I do want to watch the Multiverse of Madness, though.
I want to watch it now because I've heard so many things about how they're really going to do the multiverse thing. Like
you saw the reshoot thing? Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about that.
So they're doing a lot of reshoots for that movie because of the success of bringing in Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man No Way Home. Also, spoilers. Sorry.
If you haven't seen it by now, come on, people. That's
all
on
you
over the internet,
at this point.
But I heard that they even approached like Ben Affleck to come back as Daredevil.
Yeah.
And like I don't remember the guy that played Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four.
I know you're talking about
that dude. Like a bunch of people coming back to play these characters they played a long time ago, which would be so badass.
You get Halle Berry as whatever.
Storm?
Oh.
Halle Berry was Storm in X-Men. She was Catwoman in the DC.
No, I'm thinking about Jennifer Lawrence. No, not Jennifer Lawrence.
You're bouncing all over the place.
Daredevil, woman, big
Jennifer Gardner.
Fucking chin.
Jennifer Gardner.
Big chin.
She has a big
tiny
chin,
titties.
Maybe Jennifer Gardner pops back up and
just her chin.
She's Elektra again.
That would crimson be cool. Chin.
Although I don't really want to see that because I would rather see more of
Kingpin, and then we get Bullseye back, but he's played by John Stamos.
No, thank you.
No, wrong guy.
You ever seen his belly button?
Yeah, it's weird.
Very weird.
He was genetically engineered in a lab where they tried to make a belly button for him.
They failed.
They did. The first attempt, though. You get it right the second or third time. Do you have any more dislikes for the movie? What would you change about the movie?
Right.
Yeah.
I'd make her less annoying to me.
I would just kill her right off the bat. Kill a child at the beginning of the movie. Downhill from there. Right, Garrett? Bringing it back.
I guess that makes sense why they didn't kill her. But I don't know. It just kind of...
No, I'm in agreement that...
She just was annoying. And like I said, I get the whole, like, I'm a child forever
Kids
thing.
are annoying.
That would suck, but at the same time, just, I don't know, just the way she carried herself, the things she said and did, she was just annoying to me. It's like you are literally an adult in a child's body, but you act like a child.
Just imagine an adult in a child's body. No, a child...
I was going to say, I don't have to. It was in this movie.
A child in an adult's body. Like big. feel like that'd be kind of more comically
Yeah,
entertaining.
maybe that would be so kind of like Shazam
Or big.
or Big. Yeah,
Both work.
both work. That's
Except
true.
I feel
There's
like
probably
Shazam was
more to
like,
them.
eh. Shazam was a good movie. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm
Great
debating.
movie. Mhm.
Just Zachary Levi trying to pretend that he is a kid, but also a superhero. Not his greatest work. Tom Hanks pretending he's a kid in an adult's body.
Oh, Tom Hanks is amazing.
Kind of funny.
No, Tom Hanks is amazing. I love that guy.
So just imagine like
So many movies.
something
I love
like that.
dude. Yeah.
I love Tim Hanks.
That's all right. I love. Wait, which one was he? Woody?
Woody.
He was Woody. Yeah. I love Woody.
There's a snake in my boot.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the guy.
To
To infinity and above.
That's all I got though. Right was annoying. Also sucked. She stabbed Cersei in the back, and I was like, dude, come on.
Makes sense. Killed a witch.
But then thankfully she just got bashed over the head. So
That guy came mock speed, just
Just
fucking
nowhere and
back
just
of the head.
whopped her.
That is a concussion at least.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're pretty. I mean, he literally got beat like 6 feet into the ground, and he came back okay.
Yeah.
So
Like a little
Yeah.
slice.
no
Can
big
we
deal.
just talk about how fuck, who was suck Madong? Madong suck. Genghis. Nope. Genghis.
Your mind is all over the place today. It's Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh. Well, I was thinking of the Smurfs. Well, because you know,
Papa Smurf? I don't
no,
know.
the dude that like takes the Smurfs, whatever his name is, Gargamel or something. Gargamel.
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 Yeah.
I was about to say
It's been
Gargamel.
a while since I watched that movie with my kiddo.
I've never watched it before in my life, but
Watched it.
I'm aware. Anyways, so I didn't like how Gilgamesh died. Like that man is a beast, and like so
Well.
if whenever they were just based off the comic books for the Eternals, because I do have you saw one of them I think when you were rifling through my comics. I do have a couple Eternals comics, but one of my favorite ones that I had was when Gilgamesh was fighting with Hercules. Like him and Hercules would go around fighting. So like Gilgamesh's fight style was like that of Hercules, so he adapted to it. Or Hercules. Anyways,
the next one would be a good way to like introduce Hercules into the Marvel universe if they wanted to.
yeah, I don't think
He is
so.
a Marvel character.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I don't think they will.
It's not one I
So, like,
really
we
want to
have
see.
Thor,
but
though.
They could.
No. Here I am.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
so he used to fight with Hercules, so they have the same fighting style. And like Hercules, took a lot to kill Hercules.
Yeah.
This dude got killed by a tree.
Well, okay. At the same time,
Yeah.
that was the more advanced one out of all of them.
Yeah.
And if you remember, Icarus being the so-called strongest one of them all, he even almost got taken out by that one that just had him pinned down on his face.
It was the same one, but yeah.
No, it was a different one. That was the flying one. They killed that one. They turned that one into a tree. The one that killed Gilgamesh was the main one that was played by Bill Skarsgård.
That became Groot.
Crow, but yeah.
I am Crow.
I'm so confused. Why are you saying Groot now? You said the robot dude looked like Groot.
Yeah, but
I think you have everybody vastly confused.
it's been a day, man.
So there were multiple of those deviants?
Yeah,
deviants,
sexual deviants.
That's what they were trying to do, was rape them, not kill them.
They were raping trees.
No, only one got turned into a tree, and that one died. And that was the one that...
Yeah, but they all had like vines on them. That's
they
where
did. They did kind of look a little weird.
It
Not
looked
really
like-
what I
So
was
like when
expecting
you
them
got
look
to
like.
see like that, oh, the Eternals aren't actually humans or whatever, they're robot things, and then you're like,
made.
oh, the deviants are also just made. But they looked like vine creatures that just kind of, I don't know, man. They looked so
They
fucking
did
weird.
look weird. Yeah,
And,
no, I agree with you.
I didn't like the fact that just one of them evolved to the point where he could kill Eternals and absorb their powers. I did not like that
It was
at all.
different.
It was a nice,
It was kind of...
like, you remember when we had a conversation, like, I don't really want to watch Eternals because, like, they spend, like, the entire movie getting their ass kicked by some subplot, and at the end of the movie, the main boss that they kill, they just put their hands on him and kill him. That's it.
I think when I started watching, just a way to end this, just an overall me on this movie. When I started watching this movie, the first half of the movie, I was not really hanging on too strong. I was kind of like, this movie's kind of slow.
Oh, brother,
what's
this guy
happening?
stinks.
It just kind of wasn't my thing. And like I said, I don't know much about this whole Eternals thing, so it was just really hard for me to kind of grasp the movie, and I understood what was going on. There just wasn't a whole lot going on, and stuff. It wasn't till she talked to that his fucking name again because it's so weird.
Ishkara.
Arisham, sorry.
Oh, I'm thinking I was playing.
So it wasn't till they talked to him that and he kind of explained everything that I was kind of like, okay, now this movie's starting to pick up. And the second half of the movie was a lot better than the first half, but it was the only thing I would have changed is I wish the Kingo, I wish he would have showed up at the end, kind of out of nowhere and helped him out. Yeah, but he didn't.
What happened to him?
He didn't want to be a part of it. He couldn't fight his own family, so he had to left.
I guess I missed that part.
Yeah.
It's like his superpower is dope.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just literal finger guns.
Yeah,
and then he can like Kamehameha it.
Pretty much.
I mean,
Kamehameha wave.
He can charge up his like little energy ball and then it just disintegrates it's cool.
It was very cool, yeah.
And I like that, but I was just
that's why I wanted him to show up in the end, kind of give it to Icarus too, because I did not like him by the end of the movie. I was like, dude, you're a dick.
Well, like,
and you killed like not like your mom, but like the equivalent to your mom, pretty much.
Well,
you killed Salma Hayek. She's timeless.
She's gorgeous. Anyways,
like 82.
Beautiful.
Wild.
Still bangable.
Yeah, it's like 80-year-old. It's a 30-year-old.
Still bangable.
Crazy. Anyways,
perspective. What I was gonna say. Sorry. Yeah, it was just kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 when you're like, oh, Peter Quill meets his dad. Oh, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
They reeled me in by the second half of the movie, and then I was like, okay, now I'm in it. No more potty breaks. I'm watching this movie.
Yeah, because that's how it was. Because I literally, after it buffered, I got it back up on the projector. Eat my piece of pizza, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta pee, but I'll wait. It's like it got interesting.
Yeah, same.
So I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna watch it. And then like it was just like a plot twist sort of thing, and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
All right then.
I don't know.
I'm
shook. More
meaning
meaning to it. I liked it though. It was good. I will say this is definitely not my most favorite Marvel movie. I think that goes for a lot of people, but I don't think it's the worst.
No, Ant-Man is the worst.
What?
The first Ant-Man?
You didn't like that?
Worst Marvel movie.
I loved Ant-Man.
Oh no, like not in. So this is the second worst Marvel movie, like as far as like opening nights go.
Oh yeah, I just meant like how much I liked it. But yes, I understand how maybe Ant-Man didn't like excel at the box office, but I love that.
Paul Rudd may be timeless, but not an Ant-Man. Just sad.
Okay, I like Paul Rudd.
I do like Paul Rudd. I wasn't. What?
No. I get you. You're just saying like standpoint of like how much money it made at the box office opening weekend or something. Like.
But okay, yet they're still gonna make an Ant-Man and a Wasp. So
they made Ant-Man and the Wasp. You mean they're still gonna make another? Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah.
Which
I'm excited. I want to see it.
Anyways, so
it's to pass along his character. I think he's almost done. So his daughter is
who they've replaced.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool because I like the girl they replaced her with.
Yeah, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to know what are your top 3 worst Marvel movies in no particular order. No, you don't need to look up all 28 of them. You just
I do though because there's so many. I'm not going to be able to.
I just want you to think of the ones that you don't like the most.
So probably just off the top of my head,
yeah,
the second Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, absolutely sucked.
Yeah.
I love Silver Surfer, and that movie was garbage.
Yeah, and
it was just like I don't know. they did not do that character justice, and they tried to introduce Galactus and just absolutely failed. And that's why I said I want to see Galactus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The second Thor the Dark World.
Didn't like Dark World.
That movie sucked
balls.
I was gonna say that, but that movie it did suck balls. That movie was not good.
That movie, Duck song.
Did not like it. I'm trying to think of like older Marvel movies.
What about Daredevil? You like Daredevil?
It was okay. I didn't think it was the worst Marvel movie ever, but I didn't think it was the best.
What about
I like the
Hulk?
director's cut more.
What about the Hulk?
No, I actually enjoyed the first two.
The
first one with Eric Bana, second one with
Eric Fanta.
No, Edward Norton. I actually really liked the second one a lot with Edward Norton.
I hate Edward Norton.
He was supposed to be in the Marvel movies, and then they switched him out with Mark Ruffalo.
So he was too hard to work with. That's why he wasn't in any of them.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Okay.
They did screen tests, and he was just a pain in the ass. And then he was upset that Iron Man was going to get paid more than him. Like, okay, settle down. You're going to be CGI a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So he was really upset about that. So they just were like, hey, Mark Ruffalo, we got $80 and free concessions. You in?
Oh, X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I love that one.
That one was not that good. It could have been way better.
Introduced Sabretooth correctly.
It was like...
But they did.
The first time... No, and I'll admit the Sabretooth thing was cool because in the original X-Men movie, it didn't really talk about how big of a past they had with each other and stuff like that.
Nobody knew that they were brothers. It was just like that fucking dude from Twilight shows up. Just like
he was
real hairy.
Was like, what was it? Was it Triple H? The wrestler.
Yeah.
The original one that they had.
Yeah.
And they switched him out.
Because he just flew out of nowhere and just started fighting them.
They did some things right. And kind of like the Task Force X or whatever they were. X-Force. I can't remember. What is so funny?
I just, for some reason.
Just kind of fly out of nowhere and start fighting him. But
no, I just kind of imagine like Sabretooth is Macho Man Randy Savage from Spider. I got you in here for 3 minutes, Wolverine. You're not going nowhere.
Maybe. Okay, moving on from that. Elektra.
I didn't like that
Jennifer
one.
Gardner. That movie sucked. I did not like that.
That was the best Marvel movie ever made.
The second version of Fantastic Four, that movie did suck as well. Like bad. With Michael B. Jordan as
yeah, Michael B. could have been better.
That movie was not good. What else was there? They say Fantastic Four. I actually didn't mind the first one. I didn't think it was terrible.
The first one. Second one.
I'm reading on here. People said the Punisher, not the one with Dolph Lundgren, the one with Thomas Jane. I actually really like.
Not the Netflix series.
No.
Okay,
the movie before that.
That one.
I didn't think it was bad. Spider-Man 3 wasn't the best either. But
Don't you
it wasn't
fucking
bad.
dare.
No, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't bad. The first Ghost Rider, I didn't think it was bad. The second one absolutely sucked. What else do we got on here? I'm just looking at like the worst ones. People said the original Thor the Dark World, of course. Blade Trinity. That movie was not the best. I will agree. That movie was not that good. Wow, they even put Spider-Man on here.
That's not a good movie.
I see. This is like ranked worst to best. Okay, I see what you're saying. They got Blade. How is Blade below Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance? That's crazy.
Ooh.
Blade was dope. Oh, you know what? Blade 2 was better, though. In my opinion. Yep, and there it is. Blade 2 right there. Big Hero 6 is in here.
He is a Marvel Avenger.
I didn't know he had anything to do with Marvel.
I believe he does. I believe he had something to do with it.
These are things I'm learning as I go, I guess. Punisher Warzone.
You didn't
I
like
never saw that. I'm being real.
Is that factual?
What?
Marvel films. Men in Black.
I don't think so. I think that's made by Warner Brothers. That wouldn't make any sense.
I don't know. Howard the Duck's on here.
Yeah, I saw that.
So is Red Sonja.
That was like
another Men in Black.
Red Sonja is like the hottest comic book character.
So my worst 5 in no particular order is obviously
Yeah, I read like a lot off, but anyways, now I'm getting into the good ones. So.
It is going to be Elektra. It is going to be
Elektra for sure, yeah. They even made old school Marvel movies like a long time ago, where I think it was like Thor and the Hulk. And this is like what was his name? The big dude. It was the Hulk. I can't remember his name.
Talking about Abomination?
No. The huge guy that played Hulk. Remember the old TV series? I think
Lou
it was like
Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno. There you go. Yeah. I think they even came out with a movie like way back then that had that Hulk with like a Thor.
It's so funny to me that they're creating She-Hulk, and it's gonna be like the same esque of like, it's just some dude, and then he turns into Lou Ferrigno as the Hulk. The same principle, right? For the new She-Hulk.
I don't know if they're straight up.
I saw like a
CGI-ing
trailer
her or what. Yeah, but it only showed her butt.
Yeah, which it was still good, but
it really did though. Her suit looks dead on. But yeah, I don't know how they're doing that with like the
I really hope they do like that glowing transformation.
I just really want to see it because like she's a lawyer. I really just want to see like a courtroom scene with just this 8-foot tall fucking Hulk. It's just trying to, get somebody out of a traffic ticket or some bullshit.
So anyway, my defendant here, clearly not guilty. Ma'am, can you put on a bra? And just start smashing up the courtroom.
It's so pissed. She just takes the gavel and just... That would be funny.
Anyways, Garrett, what would you rate this movie out of?
Okay, guys. Like I said, I thought the movie was good. I didn't think the movie was great. Wasn't amazing. It was, don't get me wrong, it wasn't the worst movie ever, but I'm just going to go with this movie had an okay vibe to me. So I'm going to give it an okay rating. I'm going to give this movie 3 Kit Harington beards.
Yep. Winter is coming.
And I'm just going to leave it at that.
I agree with that statement 100%.
After the credit scene.
Well, both of them are great.
We saw the one with Harry Styles, obviously we talked about that, but then we talked about, or we didn't talk about his character, Dane, or whatever.
Dane Judi Dench.
That's not, but, and kind of like do you know what he's supposed to be? Because I didn't know, I had to look it up. I
have no idea.
Know nothing about this. He's supposed to be the Black Knight. The crest, remember how Cersei gave him the ring that had his family crest on it or whatever? It was like a raven or something like that.
Yeah.
Apparently his character, if I'm not mistaken, is a superhero, with his uncle being also the last Black Knight, and he was a bad guy, but I think his version is supposed to be a good guy, but like basically knight suit of armor kind of thing, and then he has that fancy sword, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And that's kind of his thing. Has that like raven crest on the chest of it or whatever. But what I wanted to talk about was, at first I had heard things because you saw whenever he went to touch it, and then you heard a voice.
Yeah.
It's like, you sure you're ready for that, Mr.
Anderson?
Whatever his
and
last
then
name
just
was,
Neo from the Matrix jumped
and that
out.
was it. Well, I heard a lot of speculation, like people thought like, oh, could be Nick Fury. Or, oh, that could be, I don't remember what
Nick
else
Fury is, as far as I'm aware, is still off planet.
That's what we learned in Homecoming, yeah. Or No Way Home, sorry. Okay, so here's what I'm pretty sure was confirmed. I'm not going to 100% say it, but I read it, and it seems like it is all but confirmed that that's actually Blade.
Yeah, but it's the new Blade, not the one that peed on people.
Wesley Snipes.
Oh, I was thinking R. Kelly for some reason.
I was like, Wesley Snipes did that. He just didn't pay his taxes.
Didn't he go to jail for that?
For not paying his taxes?
Yeah.
Tax evasion? Yes. He did. We don't talk about that.
Blade Trinity,
we like
tax evader
here, okay? But regardless,
here at Beard and a Half movie reviews, we pay our taxes.
Yeah.
Or evade them like Wesley Snipes.
But yeah, I heard that was all but confirmed him. The new Blade. I can't remember the guy that plays him, but yes.
He was in, I don't remember.
Pretty sure he was Cottonmouth in Luke Cage.
Did you call me?
Turkey.
Here, new Blade.
I can't remember his name, but yes.
For some reason, I thought he was one of the guys from Get Out.
I think that's their way of like getting him into the Marvel. Like this was the first step into kind of getting him into the Marvel universes. Now we've heard him, so we'll see what he's in next. I've heard a lot of speculations he's going to be in the new Moon Knight movie. We'll see about that. That would be so badass. Super excited to see that as well. Is it a movie or a show? It's a movie, right?
The show.
It's a show.
Yeah.
Sorry, Moon Knight
Starting
the
in
show.
March
Something, but yeah. I thought it was a movie.
No, it's a.
I don't know.
I just watched the trailer for it today.
I did too.
Right after I finished watching this.
Okay. Tyler, what's your weird rating on this?
I said it's a 3, same as you.
Same as me.
Straight down the middle, nothing special.
Oh yeah, dude.
Nothing horrible. Was not the worst movie we've watched. It was not the best movie we've watched.
It was just okay, but
Space
also
Jam: A New Legacy will be the best movie we've watched.
Not true.
Factual.
I'm just saying, like as far as like Marvel movies and superhero movies in general, you know, it's not one that I know anything about. So maybe I have kind of a biased opinion because I don't know anything about these characters. I didn't watch it like excited, like oh yeah, Jersey. I have no idea. Obviously, we know like the little Greek mythology stories we heard whenever we were kids, adults. I don't know, but regardless,
still a huge fan of Greek mythology.
No, I understand the appeal. Once again, I'm just biased to the fact that I don't know anything about it, so therefore I'm not going to give this movie an amazing rating. So that's just me, though.
Even me, coming from my standpoint, I mean, it was cool, but
yeah,
like.
Nothing to write home about, you know.
There's literally nothing.
No.
You had a deaf Quicksilver.
She was the Flash. Like even the red costume, she was the Flash.
She was the deaf.
She was deaf.
Which don't understand that they're Eternals. How is there going to be a deaf Eternal?
And I guess I didn't realize that either because they were literally made. Why would you? I don't know. Maybe he had reasons.
This one's on mute.
He also made one of them a child, so maybe there was a reason.
He was experimenting. He was in
one.
You ever had a god in their experimental stages? And like maybe we'll do this. He had a very diverse casting.
That's how we got. That's how we got. What's his name? Talking about him the other day.
Thanos.
No, in the real world. What was that one actor we were talking about the other day? That we were like, I bet you couldn't spot him out of a group of methods.
Oh, Gary Busey.
Gary Busey, yeah, that's how we got
and Willem Dafoe. It was both of them.
I know. I fully understand why he made Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe's awesome, but I'm just saying that was like I feel like that was God's experimental phase. Like maybe Gary Busey, and then he was like, we took a step back. We've taken a step.
He was just like he's holding the lever on crazy to crackhead, and he fucking just slammed it forward.
Fucking tripped and fell. And
like, oh fuck. Pull it back. And he's like, oh, Gary Busey.
It happens.
He is overboard. Anyways, I've got nothing else.
I've got nothing else.
Are you sure? Here, I'll hand the camera to you. You can.
I've got nothing else, people.
Well, just because I started off, I guess I'll finish it.
That's fine, yeah.
For Beard and a Half Movie Reviews, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Garrett.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
See you next time.